Hello friends, I am Rameshwar and welcome to my YouTube channel. Friends, as we know, our today's session is typically with concern to the what are the different types of do's and don'ts with concern to the industrial training or implant training. Again at the same time, today we are going to cover what are the different things one has to keep in mind with concern to the implant training. Friends, in our last session हमने जो बात की थी वो बात की थी typically what are the attributes, what is the implant training, what are the features and what are the limitations for the implant training. और आज के सेशन में हम देखने वाले हैं typically do's and don'ts and things one has to keep in mind for the implant training. और आगे बढ़ने से पढ़िए, चैनल को लाइक और सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए मत भूलिए. तो चलिए, things to keep in mind before implant training कौन कौन सी चीजें. Set your goal. Your goal is typically set at one, that what could be the next one. अगर मैं पीजी करना है तो कौन से इंस्टीट्यूट ज्वाइन करें उस हिसाब से. सेकंड वन, कंपनी प्रेफरेंसेस एंड देयर वायबिलिटी. What amount of time is required to actually confirm your candidature? That is important one. Apart from that, what could be the preference code? It means how preferences could be made from the individual point of view. Because if there is a problem that if you give only one preferences and the company could not absorb the candidate this year, then again that could be the problem. Third one is the time bounding or duration. Now that is the one of the typical one. Why it is typical? Time bounding, what amount of time you have to prefer for confirmation of the candidature. यहाँ पे आपको patience रखने पड़ेंगे और कितने दिन you have to wait. Definitely it is a deadline. You have to set the deadline for every typical industry. Follow up. Again, keep in mind one thing, just if you apply for the industry, it could not give you confirmation. You have to take constant follow up from the industry with consider your references, or if you applied from the college, यहाँ पे लगेगा क्राइटेरिया. जैसे मैंने बात बताई, व्हाट इज देयर क्राइटेरिया. उनको फर्स्ट क्लास स्टूडेंट चाहिए. लोकेशन, उनके लोकेशंस क्या क्या है. ग्रेड एंड स्किल्स, उनको जो स्किल्स चाहिए, मे बी द लीडरशिप स्किल, मे बी द कम्युनिकेशन स्किल. इफ यू हैव, अब में वो है क्या, फीडबैक. एवरी टाइम टेक द फीडबैक फ्रॉम योर सीनियर्स. Substitute means what? If you prefer one company but you could not selected for the single industry, then what is the alternatives you have? Alternatives कभी भी हमारे हाथ में चाहिए, क्योंकि with the help of alternatives we are again in the competition. Okay, so keep in mind this one. Analysis of situation. Every time you have to analyze the situation. हम कंपटीशन में रहने के लिए हमें सिचुएशन बहुत अच्छी तरीके से एनालाइज करना आना चाहिए. उस हिसाब से वी हैव टू चेंज आवर प्रेफरेंसेस एज पर द सिचुएशंस. ये भी बात हमें ध्यान में रखनी चाहिए. देन focus is definitely towards the industry, that what I have to learn in that industry. Backward analysis, definitely what are the experience of the passed out candidate or of your seniors, of the relatives for the particular industry, वो भी हमें ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. Interview selection, what is the stepwise manner, what are the sequential levels by which you could got selected for the industry, because there are many industries who could take your selection interviews. Again, if needed, they could take your second selection interview. So from that point of view, you must be prepared for the interview, क्योंकि आपको कोई बोल के फोन नहीं करेगा. So every time you must prepare about the interview and just ready for the questions that who are you, what, tell me about yourself. Just keep in mind that you have to aware that what to answer for the particular concern. Then target. Friends, your main target is to learn, not to earn. Because many candidates, I see many candidates, they are actually focused toward what is stipend and if any type of accommodation given by them. But here, main thing is to learn, not to earn. Expectations. Do not exceed your expectations too much high. मुझे MNC कंपनी ही चाहिए. The companies, we could say 10 acres of area, then all rooms are AC equipped one. That could not be done every time, or that is very rare. So definitely it's your turn. Why? Because you have to prove yourself. Then and then only you could ask for furthermore. That's why expectations are not that much good. Cope with situations. We have to adjust to the situations. If suppose the location is somewhat we could say far from the city, then we have to adjust ourselves. हमें खुद को वो करना है चीजें कि हम किसके साथ जाएंगे और how the way we could acquaint with ourselves for sustain in the industry, क्योंकि ये हमें खुद से सीखना है. Commitment. The most important thing is how your commitment, how you could fulfill the commitment, maybe with the preferences you give, or maybe with the college, or maybe with the organizations where you actually working. And documents to produce. Definitely when you got confirmed for any industry, there are set of documents needed to actually submit for the industry. Like simple example, your mark sheet of the recent third year, that could be needed. Again at the same apart from that, your one of the identity proof, college ID proof, that could be needed. And in the current situations, your fitness certificate or the medical certificate definitely needed. And if you are moving in the very containment zone, then you must have to produce the test report also. So this is needed from the things which are definitely important during or before in-plant training. And finally, express the gratitude to all who actually helped out for the same. यहाँ पे चीज ध्यान में रखिए, if you got references of 3 to 4 candidates and among the 4 you got selected because of one candidate, उस वक्त हम जनरली करते क्या है कि जो 3 कैंडिडेट बच्चे वाले हैं जिसकी वजह से हमारा नहीं हो पाया या होते होते बच गया, तो उनको हम एक्सप्रेस ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड नहीं करते. वी कुड नॉट एक्नॉलेज देम. कीप इन माइंड वन थिंग, मेंटेन द रिलेशनशिप इन लाइफ एवरी टाइम, बिकॉज योर कॉन्टैक्ट्स आर द वन who actually help you out in any circumstances, any critical conditions. So express the gratitude to every candidate who help you out during your final year. So now the thing is that what are some of the do's and don'ts for the in-plant training? First is the honesty. Definitely you must have to sincere, regular and try to give 100% at the time of your training. Second thing is use good references. यहाँ पे मैं करूंगा, इफ यू हैव द रेफरेंसेस यूज द रेफरेंस, बट इफ द रेफरेंसेस मस्ट हैव द वायबिलिटी, वो रेफरेंस भी हमारा अच्छा प्रतिका होना चाहिए. स्कैनिंग, यहाँ पे हमें देखना है अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री. व्हाट आर द अवेलेबल इंडस्ट्रीज आर देयर, अमंग देम विच कुड बी द बेस्ट वन. दैट कुड बी अगेन हेल्प आउट विद द आइंस ऑफ स्कैनिंग. नीड प्रायोरिटी, व्हाट इज आवर नीड, हमें क्या सीखना है. इफ आई वांट टू गो इनटू द F&B इंडस्ट्री, then I have to must select the industry which could be related to the F&B or the different products of fruits and vegetable. Opportunity, definitely if you got the opportunity in the training, you could make the synergistic effect. It means you must possess the different types of skills, a skill set that could provide a synergistic effect. That's why company definitely known you different conditions. Then suggestions. Here the most important thing is the take suggestions from your seniors, staff member, expert, relatives, because these are the important ones. Selections are the most important thing. Suggestions are needed for that concern, because if suggestions are not there, then you could not make it. But keep in mind one thing, suggestions are many more. Out of these, which are the justifiable one, just grab the suggestion, but listen to all and do by your own. That's important one. And last one is the time limit. Every time we must confirm the deadline for any industry. May it could be the confirmation, and generally I must say that the duration is nothing but the 3 to 4 months. Now some of the don'ts for the industries. The specific one was the don't judge the company by its nature or by the status or by the tag of MNC. Don't judge it. Family bonding. Do not make comfort only within the region because of the family bonding. Next one is nothing but your regret. Don't regret if you not selected for the industry. अगर आप जो आपकी ड्रीम इंडस्ट्री है उसमें सेलेक्ट भी ना हो पाए तो उसका रिग्रेट मत कीजिए, और रिग्रेट दिखाए भी मत. किसको मत दिखाए? टू द कॉलेज, टू द रेफरेंस पर्सन मेड, and to yourself also. Burden. Don't take the burden of too much that I must be in the multinational companies, and don't involve the political pressure unless it is required. Then misuse of the relations. यहाँ पे ये भी बात होती है कि if you got the confirmation, till the time of you got the confirmation, you are very sincere about the individual, about the reference mate or about the person. But once you got the confirmation, you pull back the socks, It means you pull back the socks means what? It clearly means that आप उसके बारे में, उस चीज के बारे में या उन इंडिविजुअल के बारे में बाद में उनको कॉल भी नहीं करोगे. So that is again misuse of the relation. So don't do it. Then panic conditions. Yes, panic condition when arise, then my friend without that much of caliber got selected in one of the good company and still I am not. So that is the panic condition. So don't do this. And reveal things. Reveal the things which is exactly clear. जो आपको लगता है वो clearly reveal करो. But इसमें ये बात सबसे बड़ी है कि confirm the industry only if you got the confirmation mail or the written authenticated sources. It means what? If you got confirmation by written authenticated sources, then only you think that, or you reveal to the others that yes, I got selected in so and so company. Unless and until of that time could not reveal that I got selected. क्योंकि बहुत बार oral confirmation होने के बाद भी आपका final confirmation नहीं हो पाता. That's why. And जब वो नहीं हो पाता, then during that condition you could make a regret of the things, you could take the burden. That's why unless and until you got the confirmation, don't reveal the things. Okay, so these are the things. I got the different descriptions. If you want to catch me, then I already prescribed my mail ID. Friends, I think today's session is definitely imperative to you and also useful to you. In that session, we typically focus on the do's, don'ts one has to keep in mind for the implant training. Friends, if it's your first time on my channel, then don't forget to click on like and subscribe button and hit on the bell icon. If still you have any query, then you could again text me in the comment section. So for the same, I could help you out for the same. So be with me for the next session. Thank you for today.